Hello and welcome to One Mustard Seed Soaps. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today's soap is going to be an Oakmoss and Cedarwood scent. It's a scent for mostly guys, although I have some women who like it also. It's going to be a great soap to put in stockings for Christmas, and so I'm trying to get this done ahead of time to go with my men's line before people start buying for Christmas. So what I've got going on here, got my soft oils, my hard oils that have been melted, my milk that's gonna go in here, fragrance oil, some titanium dioxide. This is mica mixed with safflower oil, and this is green mica, but also in here, sorry if you can see that, is some green French clay also. So this is a soap that I have made in the past and is a pretty good seller. So off we go. Thanks for tuning in. I go ahead and I mix my milks in with my soft oils to get them fully incorporated before the liquid part is too large. Just trying to make sure I don't get any lumps in here if I can help it. So I'll go ahead and blend this up. My olive oil is a little dark with supply stuff. Everything's been going up, so got my olive oil at Sam's, and it is extra virgin instead of the pure that I usually get. And there definitely is a greener tinge to this. And I'm hoping that doesn't come out in the final soap too awful bad. In there also, I should mention, I also had the kaolin and oats. In the lye water, I already had added sodium lactate and a little bit of sugar to help boost lather, and some Tussis silk, which also is great for skin. So I'm going to pour in, I'm kind of right at the limit where I could pour in my hard oils. They're starting to not harden, but just thicken up a bit. I like those to be clear. So this is looking nice. I'm gonna go ahead and add my lye water. And I made this lye water a little bit ago, so as it came back to a cooler temperature, the sugar crystals harden in the bottom, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I don't get any chunks of sugar in here that aren't melted. My husband teases me all the time because I say I'm gonna go make my lye water and let it cool, and then life happens and it'll be days later and he's like, and I haven't made the soap, and he's like, is your lye water cool yet? Funny guy. All right, so here we go. We're gonna mix this up, and then it will really be go time where I put everything together. So like I said, this is a soap that I have made over and over again. It doesn't have a real fancy design to it, so I'm just gonna do an in the pot swirl today and try to get some colors. I'm gonna drop it high to try to get some colors down in there further. I really wasn't gonna do circles. I totally forgot and started pouring like this, so oh well. It is what it is, and then I'll save a little bit to do something on top. And these are gonna kind of mix, which is, like I said, not what I was gonna do, but I wasn't thinking, so I did. And that's the beauty of soap. You can change your mind in the middle, and usually it works out. Especially if you're not going for anything specific, so. Some alcohol here, and this just helps. There's a soda ash that is not harmful to the soap at all, but it's just kind of like a little bit of a film, and sometimes it settles on the soap, sometimes it doesn't, but the alcohol being sprayed on the top does help it not to happen. In some cases, I love when it happens because it makes a really cool design you wouldn't have had otherwise. So actually kind of like it. But for most of them, I just go ahead and spray it. And this is pretty much gonna be the way this goes. So I will take the lid, go ahead and cover this, and put it to bed until tomorrow afternoon or evening. So I'll see you back here when it's done. Hey there, so we're back and it's the next day. I'm gonna unmold this and see how this turned out. Looks beautiful. I love how that little bit of aqua glitter turned out on there. I love these molds so much. If you are in the market to buy soap molds, if you're a soaper and you haven't got these are a game changer. I'm not an affiliate or anything with them, but their molds are awesome. Silicone holds up, it's just wonderful. Big difference than having to line all of your molds. Another thing I love about it is how smooth. I mean, it is so smooth. just the difference in the silicone liner is crazy. Trying to not mess up my corners. I have a bad habit of doing that. All right, so this turned out beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, look at that. Amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and get my log splitter out. This is not the best place to put this. It has, I love this too, and it has a lip on it. Got this somewhere else. So they may have a improved model of it, but anyway, this one for me works just great. But my table has a rounded edge here, so it's not the greatest plan, but to get it on camera, this is where we're at right now. So, okay, go ahead and run this through. You see, it wants to slip. Beautiful inside once it's cut. All right. I love that inner loaf because you get both sides of that, the swirlies. Beautiful. And I have to actually restring my cutter, slicer. I'm being hard-headed about it and trying to cut through glycerin, so I broke another string, and I just get the, this is what I use for ease of getting them from Amazon. I'm sure there are better ideas, but this is what I use. So I'll be back after I restring. Okay, we're back to slice, and I'm gonna weigh a few bars and make sure that I've got my measurements right, because we are switching over to some new molds, and I may need to, oh, how pretty. That's just beautiful. So that looks a little thin to me, but they're taller. So they are thin, but this one weighs 530. Now it does have to cure, so it'll lose a little bit. I probably will make it just a teeny bit wider. I'd like to get them around 540, and that way when they cure, how pretty, they weigh what they're supposed to. So that one weighs 550, and it's kind of gets like splitting hairs here. So beautiful. Now that one weighs even more. So sometimes it has to do with the height, but this is kind of, shouldn't be the problem with this one because it's flat, but they're coming in around 550. And so when they cure, the hope is that they will stay above 5 ounces, because that is what is on my packaging. That is, oops, that is what we're trying to aim for. And I think for this bar at least, we may have found our sweet spot. So not all of my bars are the same on top. Some of them have a rise, and that causes a little bit of difference in the weight. So I don't know. I guess if I were to do them all uniform, I could solve that problem. But, you know, us creators, we don't ever like to do any two things the same. All right, so if I can get this right in the middle, I am hoping. This feels a little heavy.